Hey guys, Robert Lunt here, Realty ONE Group MVP, and today I'm coming to you with volume 2 of Success Stories, guys. This is Success Stories volume 2. If you haven't seen volume 1, go check it out, guys. This is where I talk about some of the transactions that I deal with on a daily basis and how they went from a negative to a positive. So, today, guys, I'm going to talk about one that just went under contract actually yesterday. So this one's been going on, I think, for over a year too. So this one, some of these transactions, they drag out a long time with me, guys, and but I stick with it. It doesn't matter, if it's a townhouse or a villa, or if I got to put 100 hours into it, guys, to make $5,000, it's fine. It's what I do, guys. Sometimes I get lucky. I make 30 grand in an hour. I'm not bragging, guys, but sometimes I'll get a quick 2 sales, and they're quick laydowns. So I'm blessed for that. But sometimes I grind and I grind and I grind, and sometimes I put 100 hours in and I make nothing. I put 200 hours in. I'll meet 10, 15 clients and go through the whole thing with them, then they cancel or they can't get qualified, or that's the way it is, because I deal with people all over the world, so everybody has a different way of doing business and the way that they think things work, especially if they're from another state, because things work differently with real estate agents in different states. So it's a different mindset for everybody, guys. So, and the way they were brought up, blah blah blah. So I deal with all different kinds. I'm selling houses to people in all 50 states in 10 different countries, guys, all the time, guys. It's not saying I got that going on right now. I wish I did, but I got a few. So, but this one, guys, okay, this one was interesting too, because this was a subscriber. He called me like about a year ago, and what happened is he had a house to sell in Texas, right? So we had a house to sell in Texas. He was going to put it on the market. It wasn't quite ready, but he'd flown down, wanted to look at some stuff, and his idea was to cash out of that house and pay cash for something. But what had happened was, when he got his house ready for sale, by the time he got on the market, he was in an area where a bunch of new construction communities popped up, because Texas is kind of blowing up like Florida, like Arizona, like Texas, Florida. They're blowing up with new construction. So what happened, and they have great landlord tenant laws, so it's good for investors, it's good for buyers, lots of incentives, warm climates, stuff like that, guys. So what had happened is that so his house ended up not selling right away because he had to compete with the builders. So he came down again, I think right when he was putting his house on the market. We looked at some other stuff, or when it was on the market, it had been sitting, came back down, looked at some more stuff, some other options, as a plan B, just in case what he originally wanted he couldn't afford, right? So we're looking all over the place. I spent 4 days with this guy. I actually just spent 3 days with him this week. So I spent Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, all day, looking at ton of stuff. Northport, Port Charlotte, Parish, all the townhouses, single families, everything, guys. We looked at everything that might work for his budget, for what he was doing, because now he decided, instead of paying cash, this is what's been happening here in Parish, the bottom has been coming up. So, prices were kind of dipped a bit, but and Lakewood Ranch kind of went like that. It went way, way up. And the stuff that should have been 650 was like 850, 900. The stuff that should have been 750 was like $1 million in Lakewood Ranch. So, and that's what I just went through with a listing that I have in Lakewood Ranch, was that, they had paid X amount of dollars, a couple of years ago, kind of when the market was hot. And now, the builders a bunch more communities came online. The market is corrected, and all those things that were supposed, worth 750, 800 that were selling for $1 million, coming back to 750, 800. So that hurts a lot of sellers in Lakewood Ranch right now. They're having trouble selling their houses all over Lakewood Ranch because, that's where you take a hit, is at the top. It's not like buying a $350,000 house that's now worth $315 or something like that, right? So this is like taking a $200,000 hit sometimes. But if you got to get out for whatever reason in Lakewood Ranch, guys, and if you're not familiar with my channel, guys, make sure you hit the like, hit the subscribe. You're checking out all my model tours, all my educational resources, guys. Been in this business 9 years. I'm a new construction specialist, real estate investor, guys. Landlord friendly, investor friendly. Been working on houses, doing contractor work, guys. I work under a general contractor as well when it comes to my own projects. And, I've dealt with all kinds of investing scenarios, creative scenarios to help people get out of situations. Look at volume 1. That was a creative situation I had to accomplish to make a win-win situation for everybody involved. That's the name of the game, guys. It's the name of the game, is to create a win-win situation. It's not just so I'm winning. I don't win unless you win. So I need you to win. I need the sellers to win. I need the buyers to win, and whoever else is involved. The agents, that work hard to bring the buyers, like myself, because we do so many transactions where it's like I said, like you don't even get the sale. So, but anyways, guys, so this one was a cool transaction and it really made me happy the other day, because this guy was so happy, so excited, because finally he got a contract on his house, but he had to take a bit less than he was originally planning, because that's what you got to do when you're competing with new construction, just like here in Parrish, on a resale. So if you have cash, right, and you want a resale and you're cool with that, you can get a resale for cheaper than the builders are selling the new construction right now, and already has the upgrades, already's got the kinks worked out, might have a more desirable lot, might be in a more finished part and not all around, building at where you're gonna see construction trucks and get flat tires for the next 3 years, right? So I just, these people wanted North River Ranch, and they couldn't afford it. I just got one under contract like a couple weeks ago, and some people from out west, and because the new homes in North River Ranch were out of their budget, they were able to get a resale. So for what they were willing to spend, what they wanted to spend, they were able to get a resale. It was a former model home, and the ideal part of the community where they wanted to be, that there's no more new construction, right? So yeah, that's going on right now. But anyway, so this guy finally, so he flew down, we went and looked at so many different places, and then finally, we're comparing apples to apples, apples to oranges, and we were able to find him something that checked all the boxes, low fees, good square footage, nice upgrade, nice water view, close to 300,000, 3-bed, nice amenities, really nice part of town where he wanted to be, guys, with the right payment, a low interest rate. I got him the whole package, guys. We got the whole package after comparing different places. He actually, because I've been sending him listings, so he was like, let's look at these, and I was like, all right, and let's look at these too to make sure we're not missing anything. So that's what I did, guys, and it ended up being a complete success. He went under contract yesterday, and going back, he's through his inspection period in Texas. Now let's just hope that thing closes, and then he can get here. And I'll have to find him temporary housing, or he can go take a vacation in the Keys or something for a week or two while he's waiting for his closing date in between transactions, guys. So stay tuned, guys. Got more success stories coming your way, so you can understand how I help my clients and how things pan out but people all over the country, guys, because I'm dealing with people San Diego, New Jersey, South Carolina, North Georgia, Ohio, Illinois, guys, Texas, Las Vegas, all the time, guys, all the time. It's what I do. 941-879-4730, robertlunt.com. Okay, real estate, new construction, professional, guys, here in the parish, South Hillsborough, Manatee County, Lakewood Ranch area, guys. Hope to hear from you soon. Stay tuned.